What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another NBA discussion video to kind of go over with you guys, this time actually revolving around Zach Lavine and the Los Angeles Lakers, and whether or not they are still interested in Zach Lavine, or is Zach Lavine still interested in playing with the Lakers. Because for those of you who didn't actually know, pretty much at the start of this year, there was actually a report saying that the Lakers could potentially acquire Bull star Zach Lavine in a trade package, including Kyle Kuzma, Danny Green, and more, per Jonathan Kieman. And then obviously, yeah, that ended up happening. And then Zach Lavine actually came out, I believe, a little bit later, like a month or so later, in around February, pretty much saying that Zach Lavine says he would love to play with LeBron James and a dominant center, being reported by First Take. Obviously, Anthony Davis is pretty much a center. I guess he's more of a power forward, which is what he likes to play. But if he didn't have his way and didn't play, you know, how he wants to play, teams would probably look to try and play him as a center. And then obviously, yeah, that kind of makes sense. You got, you know, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Pretty much Zach Lavine is kind of saying, I would love to play with LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the Los Angeles Lakers. Pretty much, yeah, just trying to, you know, not put Anthony Davis's name in his mouth, because then all the rumors would pretty much start with saying that Zach Lavine has pretty much just requested a trade, obviously. So again, that's exactly why he didn't say Anthony Davis's name, which was extremely smart, and just said LeBron's name, because a lot of players want to play with LeBron. That's just how it is. So it's not out of the blue that a player would say, I want to play with LeBron, although it would be out of the blue if if he randomly said, oh, I want to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis, that would pretty much say, hey, I want to go play with the Lakers. So, again, it's extremely interesting. Are the Los Angeles Lakers still interested in Zach Lavine? I would imagine they'd have still quite a bit of interest with him and Buddy Hield. For those of you who didn't know as well, there was a lot of rumors going around that the Los Angeles Lakers could potentially look to trade Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma for Buddy Hield, and then that would probably get the job done. Although, if it was for Zach Lavine, I think the Lakers would have to trade up a little bit more. Now, the thing is, though, Zach Lavine does have a cheaper contract than what Buddy Hield does, and is a lot better than Buddy Hield, in my opinion. He's a great shooter, very versatile. Only thing he needs to work on is maybe his defense and playmaking, but of course, he's been playing small forward this season. I wonder why his defense is not exactly that great, but he'd play that shooting guard role really nicely on the Lakers, and he's only an extra $4 million or so than what Danny Green is, which is absolutely crazy to think about. So they wouldn't be exactly doing too much damage with their cap if they were, to get Zach Lavine on the team. But of course, with it, he's got a cheap contract. He's a very good player, in my opinion, a lot better than Buddy Hield. He's going to be a lot more than what Buddy Hield is. If Buddy Hield is pretty much Danny Green and Kyle Kuzma, then I think Zach Lavine would probably be Danny Green, Kyle Kuzma, this year's first, which I believe they still have, I'm pretty sure, and then obviously maybe one of those swap picks with the New Orleans Pelicans, I think would probably get the job done, because that first round pick, I believe, will be pick 29 or something like that. So that would be Zach Lavine, it would be Danny Green, pick 29, Kyle Kuzma, and that New Orleans pick for, potentially Zach Lavine. So I think that's obviously a really good move, and the move that they probably need to do. But it's honestly whether or not as well Zach Lavine wants to leave the Bulls. In my opinion, I think Zach Lavine did want to leave the Bulls, but now that Kobe White's kind of come out of nowhere and actually shown that he seems to be a pretty decent point guard, I think that Zach Lavine may give the Bulls a kind of a second chance and kind of just see where they're at, what they're going to do for next season. Obviously, they'll most likely move on Lauri Markkanen. Reports were saying that Lauri Markkanen would actually request a trade, or he's just going to get traded anyway, because, yeah, he's not having that great of a season in Chicago. Apparently, he doesn't like their coaches, not even just their coach, their coaching, with all coaches. Apparently he doesn't like, I don't know if he doesn't like the organization. All I've heard is it's just mainly the coaches. But of course, if he wants to trade, I think that's a good move anyway. I don't think he really fits in too well with what the Chicago Bulls are kind of doing. I think because Wendell Carter Jr. is one of those smaller centers, they need to get a better rebounding power forward, and I'm not exactly too sure who that would be, because Lauri Markkanen isn't exactly the greatest rebounding power forward that there absolutely is. One player I think that could be kept in mind would actually be Kevin Love, who I think would be an interesting player, because yes, Lauri Markkanen's not the greatest rebounder, and he's not the greatest defender at all for his height. Kevin Love is definitely a greater rebounder, probably the best rebounding power forward in the league behind Kristaps, if you can, in Kristaps. Actually, no, I even think Kevin Love would probably be a better rebounder at power forward. You know what? He probably is, but not just that. Kevin Love can space out the floor even better than what Lauri Markkanen can, and you know, their interior defense is pretty much the same, although Kevin Love is a lot more experienced. Now, the thing why I think this is a good decision is because when, you know, Lauri Markkanen's probably going to be going on to that deal where he's going to want 20+ million a season, which no team's going to offer, so you might as well just overpay a little bit to get a massive upgrade if you could potentially do it. But of course, that's if Zach Lavine wants to stay. There's no point trading for Kevin Love or someone like that if Zach Lavine doesn't want to stay at all. But I honestly think Zach Lavine is gotten so, you know, I'd say in love with the Chicago Bulls. Like, he's loved playing for the Chicago Bulls, even though they've done really nothing. And I think that he is like their new franchise player. I mean, when he's literally, honestly, he's probably a top 5 greatest Chicago Bull already in the last 10 or so years. So again, I think he would be a very good player to keep on the team. And of course, he does bring in a bit of an audience, and he is still your best player, even though I think he'd be better suited to be like a role player on like a team with LeBron or something. But again, I just think it'd be a little bit stupid by the Bulls to get rid of their, you know, their best player just like that. And yeah, again, I don't really know if Kyle Kuzma and Danny Green are really the guys that they need, especially considering they have Lauri Markkanen. And if they do trade Lauri Markkanen, then you've got a really, really small ball front court. I mean, Kyle Kuzma and Wendell Carter Jr., I don't know how that is going to go at all. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA content and NBA news. Definitely comment in the comment section down below if you guys would like to see the Los Angeles Lakers trade for Zach Lavine. Do you guys think they're still interested? Do you guys think they're not? Again, I definitely would really like to know your thoughts and opinions on this all down below. Should Zach Lavine request a trade? Should the Chicago Bulls trade him? Should they trade Lauri Markkanen? Or what's going to happen? What power forward would you like to see replace Lauri Markkanen if they do trade him? Again, I definitely would really like to know your thoughts and opinions on this all in the description, in the comments, down below. But also, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel and my IRL/vlog channel. Links for them will all be in the description down below. And definitely go check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will also be in the description down below. So as I was saying, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.